I want Dragonborn to have cooler options. I would have loved this to give you an extra use of your breath weapon. I would have loved this to give you some reason to take it. It's just
Yeah.
boring. It wasted book space. I want to know who took this and was like, that was awesome. I want to know who's actually made attack with these claws and we're like, thank God I had this feat. It it's not enough. It's not close to enough, and I don't think it's acceptable that it got printed.
Hello, friends. Robert Bevan here, author of the Caverns Creatures series of comedy fantasy novels and short stories. With me is Sam West, and today we're talking about the feat Dragon Hide.
Uh, eh, shirt, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a lizard. This is from Xanathar's Guide to Everything. It requires you to be a dragonborn. It says you manifest scales and claws reminiscent of your draconic ancestors. You get the following benefits: increase your strength, con, or charisma by 1 to a max of 20. Amazing start. It also says your scales harden. While you aren't wearing armor, you can calculate your AC is 13 plus your dexterity modifier. You can still use a shield and gain this benefit. That's pretty decent. That's like mage armor-esque. That actually just is mage armor AC. Nice.
Yep.
It also says you can grow retractable claws from the tips of your fingers. Extending or retracing the claws requires no action. The claws are natural weapons which you can use to make unarmed strikes. If you hit with them, you deal slashing damage equal to a d4 plus your strength modifier instead of the normal bludgeoning damage for an unarmed strike. These things aren't light, which means you cannot engage with two-weapon fighting with them because they're not light weapons. They are unarmed strikes, which are notably different. So you get 1d4 plus strength mod attack roll. This is not a real feature. You will never, ever, 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 ever want to attack with a claw over literally any weapon. So,
No, and aside from the ability score increase, that's the feature I'm more excited about because, bumping up my AC to 13 is, yeah, not feat worthy to me.
it's not. Especially because every class in this game, outside maybe Sorcerer, has no problem getting a good armor class. Like, no issue whatsoever. Wizard maybe, but if you're a War Dragonborn, you're like a Paladin or a Warlock or a Bard or something like that. You,
I
I
mean,
don't think, care to get your AC like this, right?
maybe if you're playing in a campaign that's not going past level 3, I don't know, and you get this at first level somehow.
Does a starting feat?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't find that particularly compelling.
No.
It really sucks that they made the claw this bad. I think they could have given the claw 2d6 damage, and we could have a feat that gives you a claw that's a greatsword. That's at least kind of cool. Is it good? No, it's still not good because greatswords exist and you can get those anyway. This isn't giving you a new powerful thing to do. It's just it lets your claws be more than cosmetic and barely more than cosmetic.
Let me ask you about the beginning sentence here. You manifest scales and claws reminiscent of your draconic ancestors. Do Dragonborn not already have scales and claws?
They have scales. They don't have claws, I guess. They don't have like a claw attack, which Tabaxi do. So they already have scales. Now your scales are durable, whereas before you don't have
Yeah, but I
unnatural
mean,
armor.
you don't manifest them. They're there.
True. You manifest the claws, I guess. I guess maybe they just have little nubs and aren't. I guess lizards don't all have claws, right? Do all lizards have
You're
claws?
not lizards, you're dragonborn.
Okay, what's closer? Lizards are close to dragons, right? Conceptually. Dragons
Not
are big lizards, let's be honest about it.
all right, fine.
Dinosaur-esque.
All right. I mean, I'm not talking about the little green creatures outside my house right now. I'm talking about, a Komodo dragon has claws.
Yeah. I'm just
That's
wondering, but I'm thinking, is there a realistic look for Dragonborn
I don't know.
includes talons or not? Do they have like nails that are sharpened
I
and
would
now they
think
become
so. I mean,
retractable claws? Yeah.
whatever.
I
I
agree,
don't know.
whatever. Strength con or charisma bump is genuinely great. You will want that on some characters. If you are in the market for it and love the cosmetics this gives you, I would just give you these cosmetics for free because they're not improving any character reasonably. Like
Yeah.
you're not actually gaining a tangible benefit from this feat outside the ability score improvement. So I don't again, maybe this is very narrow. You're a sorcerer that refuses to find a way to get mage armor on their sheet or find any other avenue to pick up a better armor class. If that's you, this is a side grade. Like you have to bump your charisma and get an AC improvement. If you're really wanting that, that's it. Does that save this from a what?
Not for
I
me.
don't think so. Yeah.
No, this isn't a feat.
Yeah.
And I guess I can understand it being locked to Dragonborn because it'd just be weird on anyone else. But like of all the crap feats that didn't need to be what's the word? Um,
Invented?
no, the limiting
Oh, restricted.
restricted. There you go. Yes, of all the crap feats that didn't need to be restricted, this is one. I mean, but yeah, like we comment on so many times on this channel. If I'm playing the human or half elf that I want to play, I don't want a bunch of scales all over my body. Gross.
I I just I want Dragonborn to have cooler options. I would have loved this to give you an extra use of your breath weapon. I would have loved this to give you some reason to take it. It's just
Yeah.
boring. It wasted book space. I want to know who took this and was like, that was awesome. I want to know who's actually made attack with these claws and we're like, thank God I had this feat. It it's not enough. It's not close to enough, and I don't think it's acceptable that it got printed in an expanded book. It's not acceptable. This
Nope. All right. I don't think I mean, there's nothing else to say about it. This is one of those few feats that gives you an ability score bump and still gets a one because the rest of it is give us something, ability score and anything else. And this does not meet that prerequisite.
oh,
All right. But yeah, and I feel like you were presenting a challenge that is not going to be accepted when you say, "Tell me how great a time you had." But I think you've been reading these comments. I think we're going to have some.
okay.
All right. All right. That was Dragon Hide. Thank you, Sam, and thank you everyone for watching. Yes, we'd love to hear your comments, especially in defense of this, or just shit on it some more. That's fine. Go nuts. Leave some comments, like, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.